Hi folks and welcome to today's video, low back disc herniation. Watch this video before returning to the gym. Now, I do produce a lot of good content for those folks out there suffering with low back issues such as sciatica nerve pain, herniated discs, bulging discs, that kind of thing. If that's you, then hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified when I'll upload some great content for you folks to get you back on the road to recovery safely. All right folks, without further ado, let's get into today's video. All right folks, listen, so today, one of the number one questions that I often get asked by clients, patients, is when will they be able to go back to the gym, okay? Or more likely, at the start of their recovery journey, it's will I ever be able to go back to the gym, all right? Now listen, no matter where you are in your recovery journey, if the gym played a large part in your life pre-injury, then you may have asked those questions to yourself, okay? I know I did myself when I was injured back in the day. Well, the good news is if you do follow a structured rehabilitation plan, tailored for your injury, tailored for yourself, you do get the clearance from your general practitioner, your primary care physician, your neurologist, orthopedic surgeon, whoever is your primary care person, then the good news is yes, for the majority of you, you will be able to go back to the gym safely, okay? So if that's where you are at your stage in the recovery journey, then this video is for you, all right? So let's dive in. Now, two of the things that come up a lot in conversation with me for people to the major obstacles is fear and uncertainty, okay? Now, this can be very overwhelming, okay? The fearful of hurting yourself again, uncertain which things to do when you get back to the gym, and these overwhelming feelings can lead to paralysis, right? You don't know what to do. And of course, paralysis leads then, of course, to inaction, of course, to stagnation, and stagnation, you're doing nothing, right? You're not going to get better, you're not going to improve, you're not going to get back to the gym, you're going to be stuck in your recovery journey. Is there a solution? Yes, there is, all right? We want to dig deeper, okay? Now, fear and uncertainty, they make you feel uncomfortable, right? But did you know they actually have some evolutionary benefits, right? They're there to protect you, to keep you safe from harm, all right? Random example, many moons ago, we were living in caves and whatever, we came across a new cave perhaps to be living in or choose to have a look in that cave. We hear growling noises, roaring noises coming out of that cave. We're probably not going to stick our heads into that cave, okay? Fear and uncertainty tells us, oh, it could be a bear, it could be, I don't know, a tiger, saber-toothed tiger, something like that. Okay, we want to protect ourselves. So that's just your brain doing its normal job of protecting us, right? Now, what you want to do though, you want to dive a little deeper, okay, into this and try to understand these feelings, okay, and how we can basically change our thought pattern by doing certain things that'll make our brain keep quiet and be happy. So if the brain screams, oh, whatever, hurt myself again, okay, when I'm back in the gym. Well, if you're practicing good spine hygiene, correct lifting technique, you're doing a proper warm-up, you're doing your stretches, okay, you're following a plan which is structured, that's designed not to overload your spine, then you can say to the brain, hey, this is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not gonna hurt myself if I follow these steps, right? If the brain's screaming, but what do I do? What exercise do I do? I don't know what exercise. I can't deadlift again, so what do I do, right? Well, the brain is probably going to prefer you to have some structured plan in place, tailored to you as an individual, somebody supervising it, following exercises which of course will make you stronger, will load your core, make your core stronger, stabilize your spine, but they're not going to directly load your spine, yeah? And having these, these feelings, basically it's a good insight into the body. And if we have these feelings, we kind of take a deeper look at ourselves, then we want to be curious, okay, of why we have these feelings, because it's the key to basically further improvement, all right? If we have these feelings of uncertainty, then we can structure workouts and plans, okay, to make ourselves feel better, and we can achieve, of course, a greater step up in the road to recovery, yeah? And basically we want to replace fear and uncertainty with safety and security. Okay, so we feel safe, we feel confident when we go back into the gym. And I am now going to take a deep dive and give you 6 things you must do which will help you overcome that fear and uncomfortable feelings of going back into the gym and will allow you to work out in a safe, effective manner even after a disc injury. So let's dive in. All right, folks, let's get into the 6 must-dos to overcome that fear and uncertainty and change it into safety and security. All right, number 1, get clearance by your primary care physician. Doctor, neurologist, orthopedic surgeon, whoever it is, okay? Similarly to your car, if you own a car, typically in most countries every year you have to get what's called an MOT, and it's like a little ticket you'll get on your car to say that it's passed all these tests, it's safe for the road, it's not going to fall apart, okay, cause you harm when you're driving it, all right? You need that green light from your primary care physician to say, right, okay, yep, you can return to the gym carefully, all right? So number 1, get clearance, get the green light, okay? Number 2, another big one I feel is training, the time you train. Try not to train first thing in the morning. Try to wait at least 4 hours, maybe up until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, depending when you get out of bed in the morning to do your training. Why? Well, your back is going to like you for that. Now, if you've got a healthy spine, healthy back, there's been no issues, then yeah, generally you can train most times of the day. If we are recovering from a disc injury, in the morning, our disc is most at risk from re-injury, okay, from irritating existing problems. I won't go into too much physiology, but generally, first thing in the morning, your disc is at its largest, it's reabsorbed water, lying down at night when you're sleeping, okay? Gravity doesn't act upon your spine, so the water will reabsorb into your disc, makes it the largest, and it's more prone to injury, they have discovered, in the morning. So please, if you can, and you want to go to the gym and you're going back to the gym, try to go after lunch, afternoon, early afternoon, or even after work in the evening, okay? Your spine will thank you for it, all right? Now, along the same lines is prioritizing recovery. I would choose not to work out 2 days in a row at the gym. I would go, do the workout, have a day off, okay, and then see how we feel the next day. Your body gets better when you rest, okay? It's going to be normal for you guys to feel pain the first time you go back to the gym. The next day, there might be a slight uptick in maybe the sciatica, maybe the back pain. This is okay, okay? It's quite normal if you've had a long period of inactivity and you go back and do something different, that you will feel a recurrence of pain. One of my clients right now, and when he started increasing his walking pace, also he was bringing in some hills, he had an uptick in sciatica for a couple of days, and then it calmed back down. The body got used to it, okay? It was like a little, whoa, what are you doing to me? And then it calmed back down. So same thing, if you get a little bit of pain, don't immediately rush to the ER, okay? Give it a couple of days, it should start to come down. If it doesn't, or it gets worse, then you've probably done too much on that first time back at the gym, okay? So to wait till it calms down again, go back and start a lower intensity, all right? Now, another big thing is not skipping a warm-up. Now, a lot of us when we were younger, we could go to the gym, okay, jump on the exercise and just start lifting, all right? Once we get a bit older, we've had a few injuries, okay, we want to make sure we prepare the tissues for the exercises we're about to do. So you might spend 5, 6, 7 minutes on some cardio equipment, getting a bit of a sweat going, getting the central body temperature up a little bit. Then you want to do some mobility movements, exercises that will encourage a good range of motion around about your joints, prepare your spine, okay, for the movement, prepare your legs for the movements. Don't skip on that warm-up, all right? Your body will thank you for it, okay? Now, number 5 is going to be incorporating exercises which will engage your core, but they will not directly load your spine. So obviously something like a barbell squat is a no-no, in my opinion, to start with, right? It's going to load the spine too heavily. If you've got a herniated disc, you are going to exacerbate that injury, all right? So you want to do something, for example, upper body, perhaps it's going to flash up on the screen here, a one-arm incline dumbbell press, all right? It engages your core, you're lying at an incline, back supported, okay? Lower body is going to pop here in a second. We've got the split squat, all right? Non-load bearing on the spine, okay? You can take your time with repetitions, do 10 to 15. Maybe a little pause at the bottom. There's many, many ways to increase the exercise intensity to make it harder without loading the spine, okay? Maybe you're a big arms guy, you want to get back into arm training, okay? A couple of things are going to flash up here. Seated dumbbell curl, for example. You're doing it on the high incline bench, so my upper back has got somewhere to rest. I take load off the lower back, smooth and controlled. We've got kneeling rope press downs. If I'm standing, I'm not going to cheat and start using my back, okay? When you kneel, it's very controlled, right? Now, those are some exercises from a couple of videos I did before. That was 2 videos on the workouts that I used to do when I was coming back in the gym. If you want to check them out, stay to the end of this video. It's going to pop up in the top of the screen. You can go and check out those specific exercises, all right? So again, we're not loading the spine directly. We're loading around the spine, helping protect the spine, getting the core strong, at the same time as doing our regular gym movements, okay? Now, another big one, number 6, okay, the last one here, is do some form of decompression work after you finish the workout, all right? Again, your spine is gonna like you for it. Now, my personal choice is to do an El Doa exercise. It is a special decompression stretch. Now, there's a video that's gonna pop up again at the end of this video. It's going to be the bottom right of your screen. That is the specific El Doa decompression stretch I used to do from my L5-S1 general lumbar region. And it takes about a minute to complete, okay, the actual stretch itself, but if you check out that video, it'll give you the full instructions on how to do it. Decompression work, it essentially will sort of help restore the spine, okay, to sort of non-compressed before you start the work. It's going to bring you back to normal. It's going to help sort of stretch and elongate and sort of release tension in those muscles, okay? Put your spine in a nice position before you leave for the gym, all right? There's many ways to do decompression, of course, hanging over something, but my personal preference is the El Doa stretches, all right? So number 6, the last one is do some form of decompression at the end of the workout. All right, folks, those are my 6 must-do things before you go, when you go back to the gym, which will hopefully remove fear and uncertainty and bring you into safety and security mindset, all right? Now listen, guys, please, in the comment section below, if you're interested in workouts, if you're at that stage where you're going to go back to the gym, you don't know what to do, etc., hit me up, give me some thoughts, some ideas, and I can start preparing workouts for you guys, okay? I've got a couple, as I said, on YouTube already, but the more feedback I get from you guys, and I construct things based around what people's issues and injuries are, all right? So the more feedback I get from you, the better, yeah? Now look, I did bring myself back from my own L5-S1 disc herniation to being active again in the gym, 100%, no flare-ups, no reoccurrences, and I put that down to following those 6 principles, knowing when I was ready to go back, and then constructing a workout that I knew would not load my spine directly, but would help me get stronger in the long term, all right? Folks, listen, please like and share if you've enjoyed the content in this video. If you've got questions, comments, pop them on down below. You want to ask me a personal question, you want to work with me perhaps, then you can send an email. It's also in the description down below. Hit me up with an email, and I will get back to you. All right, folks, listen. Have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.